I'm gonna show his team. They've been talking all crazy. They've been talking crazy, and I'm gonna back it up, and I'm gonna show the world why I'm the best in the world. But like I said,
no one's been talking crazy, bro. Your dad is the first one that said that I was ducking. It's on video. It is on video that he said we ducked and we didn't get no offer.
It don't matter. The time is now. It's that time. Let's get this money and let's make this fight happen.
It does matter because you said that we're the ones talking. We're not the ones talking. Oh, we started talking after you guys started talking. It's retaliation. It's retaliation.
Your manager's talking all crazy. Oscar's talking crazy. It's the time, and I'm gonna make you pay for everything they saying. Straight like
ain't nobody's gonna pay over here. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Welcome to BDA Boxing. In today's video, we are going to focus on what the boxing pundits, experts, and the BDA boxing community had to say about Vergil Ortiz's stoppage of Erickson Lubin, as well as a potential Jaron Ennis fight. Fasten your seatbelts because there's some pretty controversial takes.
So BDA, I saw the fight, right? We saw it live, then we saw the confrontation afterwards, and I was thinking one thing. Well, I was thinking two things. The first thing was cringe, right? We didn't start talking mess, so y'all guys started talking mess. Y'all started talking crazy. We was talking crazy, you was talking crazy. That was so like,
yeah.
But really, what they were saying was, so I was like, they're not trying to fight. These dudes are not trying to fight. They're not trying to commit. They're scared to even say, let's fight right now, pussy. You know what I'm saying? Because they're already worried about whatever's in the back of their head. You know, De La Hoya or fucking Eddie Hearn. Not yet. Don't commit. Don't put yourself out there yet. What was the point of getting in the ring and having that little goofy confrontation if neither of them said, let's fight? Are we fighting or not? That's what we needed to hear, right? And they're just like, kind of like, I was talking crazy, man. I wasn't talking crazy, you was. So they're not fighting anytime soon, guys. Don't count on it.
If it happens next, who should be favored?
Don't say nothing crazy. I think if I had to make a favorite, right, I would say Vergil. Just because Vergil has fought the better competition.
Ortiz probably should be favored just because we haven't seen Boots in their real competition yet. But that's what we're fiending for.
I think Boots should probably be favored based on the history of boxing, which is if it looks like a well-matched fight, the longer guy with the better defense or who plays defense more usually has the advantage there. Because when you have the reach and you have the height, you don't have to take as many risks, and you can capitalize on the other guy's mistakes when he winds up taking the risk.
Vergil Ortiz Jr.'s manager, Rick Meridian, had this to say to Jaron Ennis.
I never talked crazy. You mistake truth and facts for craziness. We always respected your talent and skill, and you. I just call out the bullshit when your people lie, and you allowed a lot of people to lie around you. At the end of the day, you're the boss. You never sent me an offer or our team like your person said on video, and that's why your side could never produce one. You called Vergil out, and Eddie as well, at your own press conference on video, and I was in Riyadh, and went in the room and 30 minutes later to my team and made a real deal, and they said yes, and you said no, and that's fact. Where is the craziness in that? You say you're going to beat him in 3 rounds over and over, and it won't be competitive, and then you go fight the night manager at Gino's in Philly. What did I say was crazy at any point? We got an offer from His Excellency in February, and you did also, and we said yes, with not another word, but just yes. And then you declined it to fight one of these guys that I honestly can't remember, or anyone else. Where is the craziness? Am I lying? All we did is respond to the lies with facts. So save that talking crazy narrative.
This is what Rick Meridian replied to on a Matchroom's Instagram post.
Don't send shit our way unless it has 7 zeros or it won't even get looked at.
I can see it. I can see the fight not happening. I can see both guys just, and it's gonna, it's gonna give people fuel to talk about that all throughout the YTBC. It's like, well, he said, she said. No, he said this, but then he said that. But then these dudes like, oh man, can we just skip all that preamble and just get to the fight for once?
Well, you asked something earlier, BDA. You said, you mentioned Jaron Ennis turning down the fight the first time.
It don't matter. The time is now.
And that's just facts. That's there. Turkey Al-Sheikh had, because we're going back to he said, she said, like you're saying. But Jaron Ennis did turn down the fight. Now, you asked something earlier. Does that mean Ortiz should turn him down now? I think it's warranted. It's
retaliation.
If Jaron Ennis turned down the fight, then, screw him. Just from the
corny, bro. That's corny, bro.
You think it's corny? Yeah, I
would.
understand, but
Hell yeah, make that happen, bro.
Some people are claiming that Vergil Ortiz has admitted that he doesn't want to fight Jaron Ennis next. They usually use a clip from an interview where Ortiz says that he would rather fight his friend Errol Spence Jr. in Texas. However, these people omit a very important segment. Here is a clip from a Fight Hype interview.
Which one of them do you want next?
It doesn't matter who's next. If I had to pick, I'm gonna be honest, it would be Spence, because that's my dream fight. I've been calling it since
AT&T?
AT&T, there you go, at the Cowboys Stadium, and I just think that's my dream fight. And I don't care what anyone says about it. But anyone else, like I said, anyone can get it. Like I said, anyone can get it. Like I said, anyone can get it. Respectfully, I just want to fight the best. I'm just a competitive guy.
If the fight doesn't happen, I'm gonna even go further. I think people, not everybody, but I think they're gonna get more people hating them. I think they're actually gonna lose popularity if they don't fight each other. Maybe down the line, if they keep winning, it's gonna reestablish. But immediately in the immediate future, if they don't fight each other, it's gonna hurt them.
yeah, it's not going to hurt him because Ortiz is going to turn on the fight next and fight Errol Spence. His manager already put it out there. His manager put it out there. They offered Boots the fight 2 times, and he turned it down 2 times. This is Vergil Ortiz's manager, so he's basically saying middle finger to Jaron Ennis now. They're going to go after Errol Spence. So that's just that's his manager speaking.
Yo, Lubin got cooked last night. Damn, he got cooked last night. My boy got cooked like some damn fried chicken. Kentucky fried chicken last night. Damn. Sitting on the ropes, inviting guys in, trying to look for openings. Yeah, that's a bad habit. That's laziness inside the gym. That's laziness in sparring. Nobody never telling his ass to get your back up off the damn rope. Hey, Lubin, man, you need to go ahead and hang him up, man. You get knocked out 3 times like that, bro. Ooh, my man, look. You got hit by a nuke last night. I mean, Ortiz ain't even hitting like that. Do something different, bro. 154, you done at 154. You done.
After Ortiz's stoppage of Erickson Lubin, former undisputed champion Jermell Charlo said that Vergil and Jaron cannot beat him.
I say fuck them. They can't beat me. They cool.
Charlo was later asked who he wants to fight next. Please tell us in the comments section what the hell he said.
Who do you want next?
I think it was a preliminary stop. They suck though.
Ortiz is very, very good at putting pressure. I mean, we saw that against Madrimov. Madrimov was moving around, and Ortiz doesn't do much, but he, in terms of punching early, but with his feet, he's applying pressure and cutting the distance. And Lubin, one of the things I expected him to at least, because he had some tools here at his disposal. He had speed. He does have a little bit of underrated power. He's been in there with some of the best 154-pounders. Aside from the Charlo fight, which ended very, very quickly. He lost against Fundora, but even then, he managed to hurt and draw Fundora too. So he's got, he's not a pushover. He was rated number 5 by Ring Magazine at 154 pounds. And for Ortiz to just go in there, I didn't see Lubin land anything of significance. I saw Ortiz just in the first round. He after the first half of the round, he started countering Ortiz while pushing him back. And then in the last round, that's all she wrote. Because yesterday too, after we're still in the first round, and Sergio Mora said something along the lines of, "No, I want to see Ortiz do more." Like, do more? The fight just started. We're barely a minute into the fight. He's already talking about he has to do more. But it's interesting. Meanwhile, when Madrimov's not doing shit, backing up in their fight, Madrimov's winning the fight. Even though he's not doing anything in terms of punching, he's just moving around the ring. That's how hypnotized some of these people are with the movement. You know what I mean, Bucho? It's almost as if these people think that because one guy is moving and the other guy's following him, that means that the mover has somehow tied the other guy into playing his game. It's like, so what's the other guy supposed to do? Move around the ring anti-clockwise so that both guys are moving away from each other?
Yeah, I always said
It was a good fight in the sense that Vergil did what he was supposed to do. I wasn't too surprised. Antonio Tarver had Lubin. He picked Lubin. There were a lot of people that picked Lubin, but Vergil was dominant and he didn't take a lot of damage. And at first, it looked like a UK stoppage. On replay, you could see he was out on his feet. A lot of people are saying that it was fixed. I mean, I'm seeing on social media, they're saying Lubin was damaged good. It was fixed. Stanionis was better than Lubin. I mean, people are really reaching to discredit Lubin. Yeah, there's a lot of narratives being spread now that Stanionis is better than Madrimov, better than both. You see the games that are being played, but Lubin was a credible opponent, and I even heard people saying Lima would have smashed Lubin. It's pure comedy. It's pure comedy, the reaching that these people are doing.
Because Vergil is not a joke. He's peaked right now. He's the best we ever gonna see Vergil Ortiz right now. When you find that, man, it's hard to beat that. Boots might be peaking right now too. because Boots ain't been looking bad. It's 2 undefeated guys who are equal. Don't run from that smoke, bruh. Don't run from that smoke. Let's make that happen.
Well, look, maybe the Crawford conversation and the Spence conversation, maybe just negotiate. Maybe just trying to send a message that I got some options. Don't come saying you want the lion's share of this money when we really start negotiating. Maybe that's what it was.
This is an interesting point made by Andre Ward. Maybe this talk about both fighters having options is a negotiation tactic. What do you guys think?
It was a great performance. If you look at it, he fought Bokachuk, Madrimov, and Lubin. That is a great 3 names for that division. And if you look at Jaron Ennis, take out Stanionis, who hadn't fought in 2 years, he fought Lima and Kardasiak.
I think they're trying to make Turkey shell out the money for this. I think it's the only thing they're waiting for. That's why they're marinating it.
Well, we're gonna get to that.
Could be dangerous.
And that's what Robert Garcia practically said, because after the interview, he said he's down for Fundora fight, if that's next, or a Charlo fight. And he said, it's better if we get Turkey in on this. I mean, this is a huge fight.
No, a lot of these, we talked about this before, like a lot of these boxers and promoters, they're expecting Daddy Turkey to step in and splash a bunch of money.
Let's just see the fight, dude. I'm telling you, I have a bad feeling. The way the energy they're giving off, they're like still pussy putting around each other. Like neither of them wanted to commit because they already had their managers in the back of their head saying, don't say nothing like that. Don't say this, like don't commit to nothing. You know, because if they really wanted to fight, you know, why the fuck didn't Vergil say, what's up, bitch? And then Jaron Ennis should have like snuck it. He should have punched him in the face. You know what I mean? Like, this is my belt.
I think Ortiz had himself a very easy fight. I told you that guy's kind of at the end of his career. It's a perfect setup for the Boots fight. I thought the stoppage was totally fine. I thought the guy was gonna die. I think if he would have hit him with another left hook, he would have went down on his face. Like he hit it. He stepped around on the right side. He chopped this dude. Basically, he swooped down his left hand with his left hand, right? He pushed it down and he loaded up on the short right hand. And the guy literally almost went out. He was like out, almost, to look like to me.
Almost. Keyword
he
almost.
almost was out. Almost out completely, like frozen.
It looked like
he went stiff. And then the guy loaded up on a left hook and shot right through the middle of his guard. And it hit him so hard to see the sweat fly off his face.
It almost looked like he couldn't defend himself.
Dude, yeah, exactly. His eyes were closed when he was looking at.
Yeah, let it happen, dude. Like, let him get sniped.
Let him get knocked into the spirit realm.
Yeah, why not? That's we're watching fighting. It's combat sports. He's not gonna die.
And I was glad to see that there's been a serious maturity in terms of a couple of things from what I saw last night to what I had seen in the past versus like a guy like Bohachuk, for instance. So one of the things is like, you know, he comes forward, so he's on the front foot, and when he shells up, he's putting a lot of weight on the front foot. You know what I'm saying? But it has a tendency to kind of lean forward, and he can walk into shots like that. So like against Bohachuk, but this time he did a lot of different things. First of all, his jab. I'd never realized how just powerful his jab is. For his size, it's like a triple G jab in terms of like that thudding power. Like I didn't realize, and he hit him early to the body. He went to his right liver, and it was incredible to me. Like I said to myself, holy shit, it's like a different kind of guy. You know, from what I had seen in the past. Like he came last night to seek and destroy, but it wasn't just come forward. Like one of the things that he did at the end of the first round, you'll see Lubin go into the corner, and I was concerned that he would smother his own work, like because a lot of guys that are just coming forward, they won't gauge in and out of distance. And they'll just stay there and they'll throw a lot of shots, but they're not necessarily effective shots, and they can get blocked. Last night, he got Lubin into that corner at the end of the first round, and he took a step back. And then he didn't smother his own work, which was something I was like worried about. And the third thing I want to say is like one of my pet peeves with a lot of these guys that come forward fighters is, where are they cutting off the ring? Well, I took a look at the Vergil Ortiz's fight, and his ability to cut off the ring, pretty damn good. It's something that like Timo Lopez does not have. To cut off the ring gives him a much stronger position versus the American slick style.
Boots said that he's on a tour now to challenge all these guys at 154, so he's going to be all over the place. He says, I'm on a tour now to shut people in this division. And I wrote here, I find this kind of suspicious. This could be damage control from the fact that Boots Ennis wanted 2 tune-up fights. Now, you guys remember, he wanted 2 tune-up fights, and everybody like started to criticize him him about that shit, and so now he's doing the damage control. Oh, I'm showing up to the fight. See, I really want this fight. I don't want tune-ups.
Well, the timing is perfect. The timing is perfect because he's coming off of this knockout win, right? Real quick. What was it, like first round or something? Boots versus that bum. And then Ortiz is over here just smashed this dude like he's nothing. So I mean, there's no better time than to make it now.
Could be.
Looks stupid. You saw how much lip gloss he had on?
Both guys. So you're saying both guys might swerve each other, is what you're saying?
No. Ortiz wants to fight him. He was like insulted that this guy said he's ducking. Remember he said that?
Yeah.
He's like, your dad said I'm ducking. I'm not ducking, you bum. Glossy lip motherfucker. Did you see his lips? They got a lot of lip gloss on.
What?
Look at he saw his
How did you manage to see the lips, man? I don't
It was because it was like looking at LL Cool J. It was like, what the fuck? You didn't see the lips? There's so much grease. I think I had some greasy lips, dude. He had oil in his beard, in a well-oiled beard. It's disgusting.
Isn't that illegal to put some substance other than Vaseline?
Well, they need to cut their beards too, right?
Well, no, you're not supposed to have all that oil.
Yeah, since when is that? Since when is that allowed? It used to be you used to have to shave the beard. Nowadays they let
the Muslims are influenced.
Yeah, they look like Afghan warlords in there.
Did he not look like he looked like a bloated fish? Didn't he? Boots was big and fat. Like he was like.
Yeah, he looked like he's been having too many drinks and not drinking a lot of water.
It looked terrible.
There's super chat here. Super chat from
too many drinks in the bathhouse.
Triple X. He said, thank you for your super chat. He says, BDA, Vergil beat Fundora in your opinion? Would Vergil beat Fundora in your opinion?
No, shout out to Triple X for his contribution with the super chat. I would favor Ortiz. This division is red hot. I think all these guys in the top 5 have a good chance of beating one another or each other. But I would favor Ortiz. I think he could potentially do some of what Zoo did in the first fight against Fundora. You just line him up for the straight right, and that was before the headbutt. Once the headbutt hit Zoo, everything changed. However, Fundora did make some good adjustments in the rematch. So Fundora could be a nightmare if he finally figures out the way he did against Zoo in the rematch to use his length. Because again, he's 6 feet 5 inches tall. He's not, we've seen tall guys fighting at 154. Tommy Hearns at one point was at 154. Paul Williams, they're 6 feet tall, 6 feet 1. This dude is 6 feet 5 inches tall. That is outrageous, and that is
he's a giraffe at that weight class.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, somebody else called him a giraffe a couple of days ago. Yeah, and so I would favor Vergil Ortiz to beat Fundora, but I wouldn't be surprised if Fundora pulled it off because he's a tough nut to crack. This dude.
I have a question here. So a tune-up fight. What do you expect from a tune-up fight? So Boots went in a tune-up fight because he was moving up to 154. You want to get some rounds in, right? You want to see how you feel at that weight, whatever. When the tune-up fight is one round. Right, like against Lima. Can you actually call that a
tune-up? I wouldn't call it a tune-up.
Exactly.
I call it. It's just a showy fight to build up this Boots Ortiz fight. A tune-up would be a competitive fight, one that actually tunes you up, gets you sharpens you up a little bit. I mean, these aren't tune-up fights. These are just setups in order to build. But that's why it never makes any sense that all these fucking idiots having tune-up after tune-up after tune-up. And really it is to create this false image of like they're invincible, right? And they're just crushing everybody.
But the problem at 154 is there's no tune-ups. There's really, there's Ramos.
Boots found one.
Lubin was a tune-up though. No, you could call that a tune-up.
Yeah, he was.
No, in the sense that a tune-up, a name like Lubin that you could sell. Like Lima was a tune-up, but that was a trash can. I'm saying, what name
lubed the public up. It lubed them up.
Yeah, but what name could Boots possibly tune up against? They would be sure enough that he could win.
Keith Thurman.
I was gonna